Let's all look inside his room. It's shit in John Wayne's room.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Shit in John Wayne's Room, the Guitar Chronicles. As before, I explained, I wanted to do this because people see in my videos things in the background and like they're, what is that? What's going on with that? And so this is my way of being able to not only kind of show some of the interesting or more interesting things that I have in my room, office, studio, but I also get to tell you a story about them, give you a little bit of background and how they came into be in my possession. So, today, like I said, guitar edition. This guitar today is very, very special to me. They all are. They're all my babies. But this one holds a lot of value to me. And this is my Seagull Performer Series guitar. Acoustic electric. You can see I've got my, of course, signature pentagrams that I've added to the bottom here, but I haven't done any other modifications to this guitar. Now, thing about this guitar, this is 2004. This is made in Quebec, Canada. This is handmade. As you can see, like the neck, of course, I've worn this down a lot because I've had this guitar for those 20 years that it's been in existence, probably. Interesting thing, you can see all the other wear, the chips of the wood chipped away down here in the sound hole. This is from, if you watched another episode ago, I talked about being hard on my strings. When I first started playing, I just was filled with passion, and I would break strings and I would play hard, and sometimes I would just, the way my pick attack was on this guitar, you can see in the light there, the scratches, like, and I was like chipping off all this finish right here, and then hitting down here again and just breaking the wood off of the sound hole. So this guitar has been through a lot. One thing though about this guitar that makes it so special as well is that I think I've written just about every single song that I've written for almost all of my bands have been started on this guitar in some fashion or another, particularly all the John Wayne is Dead songs. If you were listening last time, I talked about how when John Wayne is Dead started, we were just an acoustic band. I just played acoustic guitars, and this is one of them, but we'll talk about that in a minute. A little bit more information about this guitar. As I said, it is acoustic electric. It's got the controls right here, and it plugs in actually down here at the base where like you would put the strap. It's like the strap button is the little plug in here. And of course, active pickups, as I talked about last time with the Les Paul, that means they have to be powered, so battery goes right in there, 9 volt. As you can see, I've broken the plate off, so little duct tape holds it right into place. So you got to check that if you have active pickups every time you go to play. Just make sure you always have a fresh battery with you, and know that if the guitar is plugged in right there, no matter what, if it's not plugged into another thing or whatever, if there's anything plugged into this, the battery is being drained. Just letting you know. You probably know that, but whatever. Anyway, there's 2 pickups in this. There's one up here under the neck. That's the one that you use for playing live. Like, that's the one I would keep it on for playing live, because this other pickup, as you can see, is actually a very tiny as a microphone, and that is put in there because it is designed to be used for recording. So when you are recording with this guitar, rather than miking it or plugging it in, you just had the mic built right into the sound hole like that, and you could capture the tone that way when you're recording. Thing about trying to use that mic is it's very touchy. You have to be very delicate with the way you control it. Especially, you can attempt to use it in a live setting, but it's going to feedback a lot. You got to be real, like, you have to have it dialed in and it's very sensitive. So I don't really use that mic at all in this guitar. Also, of course, this guitar, I have it set up with 12 gauge strings like my other guitars. I used to, when I first got this guitar, I used the elixir coated strings, and those worked fine. But as time went on and I got to be like I said, a DR boy, I love DR strings, so I made the switch with my acoustic, and it worked out awesomely. So these are actually called dragon skin from DR. They're coated, so basically means they last longer. The oils from your fingers and playing corrosion and things like that don't set in as quickly because they've got this coating on them, right? What's it made of? I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist, but it's on there and it makes them last longer. Also, a good thing about these strings is they come in a two sets to a pack for about $20. So that's pretty good value. Like I was saying, I like to tell a little story about this guitar. So I got this guitar from Texas Music Emporium, little guitar shop that was in Houston at the time. This was a layaway guitar. Like I think it was $550 when I bought it. So I put it on layaway and was paying it off, got it. Love this guitar. Like I said, played the shit out of it. You can see that I've played the hell out of this guitar. Now, I have taken this guitar on tour. This is a little anecdote I want to tell you about. One of the tours that Chris Jedd and I were on for John Wayne is Dead, at the beginning of, our stint with, starting the band, like I said, we were acoustic, and I played this guitar, like, live, at practice, whatever. We are in Louisiana, and we're coming towards the end of the tour. The night before the last, we played in Baton Rouge at this little place. I think it was called the Dirt Bar, Dirt something, but it was like basically a concrete box of sweat and beer and glass and craziness. Played, and when I was playing, up there, I broke a string towards the end of the set, and that's fine. But with acoustic guitars like this, what holds the strings into the bridge are these little guys right here, and these are called bridge pins. So you can see that hold the strings down in there, and then you stretch them up and make a string. Anyway, that night in Baton Rouge, I'm playing, ding, as you can see, the one that's different right there, that is my D string. I broke it, and that bridge pin flew off on the stage in the middle of the song. And after the song was over, after the set was over, we packed up stage. I didn't even really think about it at the time. I knew something was broken, something was wrong, and I was like, shit, what was it? We forgot. Anyway, the next night is New Orleans. That was the last night of that particular tour. And we're at the place. We had a lot of people that came to see us. It was a great show. But we're at the bar, the venue, wherever that we're playing. We're getting set up, and I'm sitting on the stage while Chris was putting his drums together. And I take my guitar out of my case, and I'm sitting on my lap, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Shit. I lost that last night. Fuck. What am I going to do? Because I can't put a string there. I can't restring the guitar without that piece. So as I'm sitting there, Chris looks at me and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know. Hold on. And I just turned this way, and on stage, a lot of shit gets left on stage at places. It's broken strings or picks or set lists or something. I look over, there just so happens to be a bridge pin, not any bridge pin. This one that is still in there. I used that one, just picked it up off of maybe somebody had the exact same thing happen to them the night before or another night. It was there, Satan's blessings. I picked it up, boom, put that in there, strung the guitar, played the show, and boy, we saved the day. No, it was an awesome time, but a little bit of help, a little bit of luck from our friends. All in all, like I said, I love this guitar. I'm never going to get it refinished. I'm never going to try to have them repair anything. It's going to be like Willie Nelson's guitar, where it's just like held together by spit and string and like joint resin and stuff like that at some point. So this is my Seagull Performer Series guitar. I love it. Okay, hey, thanks guys for tuning in for another edition of Shit in John Wayne's Room, the Guitar Chronicles. That was all the information about my beloved Seagull Performer guitar. I love it so much. In fact, I think we've got a date together, she and I, this evening. So be sure to tune in, tell all your friends. John Wayne is Dead, the YouTube channel, or just watch this at johnwayneisdead.com. See you next time.